Alright, so we read over the directions for A. Now I want you to label Massachusetts. Whatever I do, you guys are going to do. Massachusetts is this little state up here. Okay, that's Massachusetts. Next, sorry, my pen's dying. You're going to label Florida, FL. After Florida, you're doing this tiny little rectangle right here. That's actually Rhode Island. If you want to drag a line out here and write RI out there, that's okay. After that, you're doing Georgia. After Georgia, we're going on to Maine. After Maine, this state in here is Maryland, MD. So you're writing an M and a D as small as you can in there. After Maryland is Texas. Let's see, after Texas, we go to Tennessee. Then Iowa. After Iowa is Alabama, AL. After Alabama is California, CA. After California is Wisconsin, WI. After Wisconsin is Mississippi, MS. After Mississippi is West Virginia. After West Virginia is Louisiana. After Louisiana is Pennsylvania. After that is Delaware, which is this tiny little state in here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this little strip is actually its own state. And that's DE. Right here, right under Pennsylvania. Missouri. Indiana. Arkansas. AR. North Carolina. Minnesota, MN. South Carolina. Illinois. Vermont is up here. VT, right up there. Right next to Vermont is, Michigan. It's not next to Vermont, sorry. Next to Michigan is, after Michigan is New Hampshire. After New Hampshire is Ohio. After Ohio is New York. Then Virginia, VA. Oregon, OR, home of the Guidos and the Garden State, New Jersey, which is this little state right here, this little strip of land. The tiny little rectangle next to Rhode Island is Connecticut, CT. After that, we're looking for Kentucky. And last but not least, after Kentucky is Kansas. Okay. Alright, after you do that, you're going to take the blue marker. If you're in class, I'll pass one out to you. And you're going to, whoops, nope, I forgot to label 2 more things, guys, sorry. First off, the river that we've been talking about, one of the 2 rivers we've been talking about all year, is the Mississippi. That's one right here. And its buddy that comes off of it that we've also been talking about all year is the Ohio River. Now, what you're going to do with the blue marker, if you need one, you'll get one from me. Is you're going to trace the 2 rivers and where they go. You're also going to label the Gulf of Mexico, which I know it's hard to see, but this is the Gulf of Mexico. You can do that with your pen and pencil if you want to and go over it later with the marker. And this is the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, I know it's hard to see, but the labels are there. Rachel, you want to start that going around and do the water? Alright, after the Ohio, Mississippi River goes the length, north and south on the continent. Ohio comes to the east, right there. Alright, next thing you're going to do is you're going to take another marker. Mine's pink. You're going to make 3 lines in your Free State box up here. If you have your own markers, you can do this with your own markers. And the first state you're going to line everybody's going to have to share, guys. Rachel. Can you just pass these out? Alright, the first state you're going to line, and I want your stripes going the same way mine are, from top to bottom. Alright, you're going to line Oregon. Okay? Next, if you didn't get a marker, please share with the person next to you. Out of markers, you're going to have to share with the person next to you. Oh, or get one. It's going to be a different color. Not everybody's map is going to be the same color. Yeah, just hand them out to you. Alright, the next state you're going to stripe is California. Alright, once you've striped those 2 states, you're going to come over here and do Kansas. Once you finish Kansas, you're doing Iowa. Once you're done with Iowa, come up to Minnesota. Add some stripes to Minnesota. Once you finish stripes on Minnesota, add some to Illinois. Once you're done with Illinois, hop on up to Wisconsin and add some stripes to Wisconsin. And then you can head over to Michigan and add some to Michigan. Once you finish Michigan, you can do Indiana. As well as Ohio can be done. Once Ohio's done, you can do Pennsylvania. Don't forget to get New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, and New Hampshire can be done as well. You want to cover Maine. And last but not least, New York. Okay. Once that's done, if you're in class, please switch your marker with somebody close to you so you have a different color. Once you have a color different from the one you just used, you're going to add some polka dots to the slave states remaining in the Union. Okay, my marker is purple. Yours is going to be whatever color you switch with. Just make sure it's different from the first color you did. Okay, the first state that we're going to add some polka dots to is Missouri. Then you're going to polka dot Kentucky. After Kentucky, let's polka dot West Virginia. Then in this little tiny region right here, we're going to do Delaware. Remember the little strip here, and Maryland. So you can get both of those. Make sure not to polka dot Virginia. So you should have 5 states with polka dots. Once you finish polka dotting, you're going to switch colors again. For this one, I have green. Yours is going to be whatever. Just make sure it's different from the last 2 colors you've used, and it's not blue, because blue is water. Alright, so you're going to draw your stripes on this box the opposite way that you drew the last ones. So, the first one we're going to do is Texas, and watch me so your stripes are going the right way. You're going to start at the bottom and go to the right. So see how those stripes are going the opposite way of the pink ones? Or whatever color your first stripes are. Alright, after Texas, we're doing Arkansas. After Arkansas, let's get Louisiana. After Louisiana, let's add some Tennessee. Then let's do some in Virginia. After Virginia, let's get Mississippi. After Mississippi, let's do Alabama. After Alabama, add some to North Carolina. After North Carolina, let's add it to South Carolina. After South Carolina, let's get some in Georgia. And then once you're finished with Georgia, you can go on and add them to Florida. Okay, now that your map is all striped and polka dotted, you have one more thing to add, so you're going to switch colors with somebody else and get a color you haven't had before. If you're at home, you're just going to swap for one of your other colors. Okay, you're going to take your new color, come back up to the legend, because remember, whatever we do to the map, we do to the legend, and you're going to trace these two little triangles here in whatever color you just got. So for me, I have gray. And this part's going to be hard to see, so just trust me that it's there. Okay, you're going to start right off the tip of Virginia right here, and you're going to draw your first little set of two triangles. They can point towards the U.S. I have two there, but it's really hard to see. And you're going to keep drawing them, two little triangles, until you end up right here next to Florida. So you're going to make sure there's kind of a loop of them that's like almost a half circle. Gray is not the best color to do this with, by the way. Alright, so I have a row of the Union blockade right here. Once you land on Florida right here, I want you guys paying attention? You're going to jump over Florida and add another one on this side right there. Actually, it shows up better on this side. Right there. Then, you're going to draw another triangle right here under Louisiana. And you're going to draw triangles in to connect those two, so when you're done you have a big line of the Union Brigade that shows you how the Union Brigade, I would recommend doing this in red or a bright color, blocked the ships from getting in and out of the South. Remember, from when we took notes, they went from 6,000 ships getting in and out, bringing them supplies and leaving with stuff, to only 800 a year, because this huge line of Union ships kept them out of the South. Once you're done with that, guys, you're going to go on, and if you notice, there's questions on the other side for part B. So you're going to answer the questions. For some of them, you may need your notes.